All right, next up, Pittsburgh and SMU. Back to the ACC. SMU 7.5-point home favorites, 59 the total. I think at north of 7, I'm interested in Pitt. Now, I don't love the fact that I'm betting on a team off a blowout win, betting against a really good team off a hard-fought overtime win like SMU had against Duke, because everything just came so easy for Pitt. But Pitt hasn't lost a game by any sort of – they haven't lost a game, period, but 7-0 team catching 7.5 here against SMU with Holstein, and the offense have been very good. The defense is starting to get better. That's 2 really good defensive games in a row from Pitt. Pitt, that was the question for me. Their defense wasn't good early in the year. Suddenly, the last 2 games, they made Kyle McCord look like a stiff. They held Cal to 15 points. They've played much better defensively the last 2 games, Pitt. And they keep it going here against SMU. Now, SMU at home has had some blowout wins, but they also did lose to BYU, but they did blow out FSU and TCU at home. I think Pitt's better than those 2 teams. I'm leaning Pitt here, honestly, plus 7.5, over as well. I think we could see points here in this one. I prefer the offenses of both of them. Pitt's playing better on defense, but SMU at home seems to be able to put up points, especially the last 2 games, and SMU's offense has scored at least 28 points now in 5 straight games since their bye week. So I lean over, and I got to be honest, at 7.5, I'm interested in the Pitt Panthers. C-Mac, what do you think?
I know, 7-0 team. It's a little bit telling with them. You know, the win with Cincinnati was big, and then they beat up a North Carolina team that's been nobody. Like, those are the road wins. So I think that's what they're kind of looking at. But yeah, 7.5. There's 8s out there right now too, even. So both these defenses, I think, have been a little bit better than who they really are, though, in some of the numbers. And I think both ways they'll have success throwing the football. I know Pitt's off that. It was just McCord. The game was over. Do you know what I mean? The man where they couldn't give. There's some more points. That game probably just creeps over. So I think this one could get over as well. Man, I'm going to look into this a little bit more. SMU at home here. This is where I've wanted to fade. I mean, I did last week. I know there was on the road, but man, when they're laying numbers like this, I still don't think this defense is great. I think they're pretty good, and I think Pitt could take advantage of that and keep this game maybe close. So yeah, I'm leaning Pitt.